everybody? Welcome to Capital Combat. The name says it all. I'm Hakeem Branch.
Rob Jarrell.
And today we're going to recap this past Saturday's Boxing After Dark, which it was a triple header, but in our preview video we only covered Rios-Chaves and Kovalev-Caparello, so we're going to keep it moving just like that. We had a absolute train wreck in the Rios-Chaves fight, and the Kovalev-Caparello fight, to quote my man, was it Romeo Cornell? No, Lovey Smith? No, they all who we thought we were. It was Romeo Cornell. It was what we thought it was. Go ahead.
Okay, so this was, I hate to say, a showcase fight for Sergey Kovalev. He was going in there with a tough, but not quite tough enough, Blake Caparello out of Australia. He went in there, and we thought that he didn't have a lot of power. He was going to try to utilize a lot of movement. Sound familiar with Daniel Gill? Almost exactly, both from Australia. That he was going to utilize a lot of movement, try to stay away from that power. And our biggest thing was, can he take that power? And no, he could not.
Nope.
He caught a right hand to the gut, flattened his tires, and
that body work. I'm telling y'all.
And for what lasted of that's the fight, I mean, he just couldn't go. He literally could not move. I don't think after that he had nothing else left in his legs. Yeah. Kovalev smelled blood in the water. It was like, let's finish this. I got a fight coming up with B-Hop.
Yeah. But before we get into all of that, there were a few things that Caparello did well. Same things that Agnew did well. Same things Salak did well. Cleverly, not so much.
No.
But those are really the only fights that I've seen him on the big stage. I watched him versus Darnell Boone, which, while he's a tough guy, that really doesn't count as big stage type of fights. But we've been saying this since we've seen Kovalev. It is very, very easy to make him reset. Sometimes he does it on his own. A lot of times you can give him the wrong look and he'll just reset on his own. And Caparello did very well doing that in the first round, so much so that he caught him squared up and scored a flash knockdown. But he couldn't take the punch. That was our whole thing from the preview video. If he could take the punch, he'd get knocked out late. If he couldn't take the punch, he'd get steamrolled. And in this case, he could not take the punch while doing some good things before getting put out of there. Now, I'll say this, I posted it on the Facebook page earlier this weekend. I think he's about to get taken to school by B-Hop. He looks like he's already lost the battle of the mind games. B-Hop really got him flustered by interrupting his interview, getting in his face, saying all kinds of things to him, but still giving him props. But you could tell Kovalev was like, I can't believe this guy. How he's got the audacity to come up and interrupt my interview and say these things to me, that he's gonna beat me and blah blah blah. How dare he? And you know, you can kind of see it all on his face.
Now, as you've probably seen, he did it with his last opponent, Big Shumanov.
And Kelly Pavlik, and Antonio Tarver, Felix Trinidad. The list goes on. I mean, Hopkins will take a guy out of his game plan and completely have them beat before the fight. With the exception of Joe Calzaghe, these guys fall apart mentally, and he's beat them before they've already gotten in the ring.
He's the Triple H of the boxing world. He is a cerebral assassin, and he starts early, which was really interesting because it was announced at Friday Night Fights that the contract had been signed that if Kovalev won, he would get to fight with B-Hop, which probably provided even extra motivation because Kovalev probably wanted to send a message like, I ain't no bitch. I'm gonna take it to you just like I'm about to take it to this guy.
Yeah.
Which the politics behind that were very interesting. I mean, we're not gonna go into it. Let's just say
it's a lot.
Let's just say it was some behind the scenes stuff that B-Hop, being who he is, just completely circumvented and said, last laugh is mine.
Yeah, and that's what I really do believe. The last laugh will be his. He's gonna own a majority of the belts. He won't be the recognized champ because still that's gonna be Stevenson. But maybe this time the power of Kovalev will finally put down the ageless wonder, the former executioner, now the alien. So that's why they gotta fight the fights.
We'll talk more about that when it comes closer to fight time, give you our breakdown and preview of the fight.
Yeah, that's gonna be in November.
Just in related news with that, Main Events dropped their lawsuit against Stevenson and Ivan Mikhail, his advisor or co-promoter with Showtime, because Kovalev finally got a big fight that he wanted. Not only this, the great thing, it's not pay-per-view. We actually get to see this on free HBO.
Well, if you pay for HBO,
Well, it's free for me, damn it. I got it.
yeah, and that whole lawsuit thing, that's news to me. I haven't been on the interwebs today. I've just been studying some film and making some moves, so Rob has informed me as well. And I hope you guys were informed.
And this actually leaves room for another, especially big fight in Canada between Stevenson and Jean Pascal, because Jean Pascal just had his promotional contract ended with Yvonne Michelle. So you actually see that that's a huge money fight in Canada, especially the two guys at 175.
Yeah, and honestly, hopefully Stevenson wins that fight, so maybe then he can get B-Hop again, because him and Pascal have already fought twice, and we know how those ended up. Let's go ahead and fast forward to the main event, which was an absolute train wreck between Rios-Chaves and Brandon Rios. Now, if you watched some of our videos before, you kind of know how we feel about Brandon Rios. We pretty much said it all in the Pacquiao Rios preview. He's got kind of slow feet, really slow hands, very porous defense, but he's a tough son of a bitch.
He wants to get on the inside, he wants to put it on you and just wear you down. Just in this case, he's fighting a guy in Rios-Chaves who is a very tough Argentinian, who a lot of those Argentinians appear to be extremely tough. I have no idea what's in the water down there, but that's neither here nor there. What we didn't expect is for him to bring a dirtier type of fight to this. I thought that maybe he'd stay in the box or try to outbox Rios, which he did, yeah, at times. And he was able to really hit Rios, which unfortunately, fortunately for him, it ain't hard to do.
Yeah,
but
we knew that was going to happen.
But I think at a certain point, Rios was still wearing him down. But a potential action-packed fight, which it was still action-packed, was just marred by so many fouls. I'm talking about headlocks, doing an unarmed, pushing the head down, apparently poking the eye. Rios kind of rubbing his head into the chin of Chaves. It just got like. Just fight. Just fight.
The ref lost complete control of the fight. The fighters were just fighting off pure emotion. They couldn't keep it together. They're cursing each other out in the ring.
At one point, you saw a DDT.
Yeah, it got bad, and then we ended up with a DQ. So
and a scratched cornea.
Yeah, for Rios. Now, technically, Chaves did do some good work. He used that blueprint that we all know very well, that Brandon Rios can't cut the ring off. He hates angles. He didn't meet a straight right hand that his face didn't like. And Chaves did that repeatedly throughout the fight and landed good left hooks. Now, Rios did land some good punches as well when he just weathered the storm and walked through those punches. I mentioned in the preview video that I believe that the jet lag of Chaves would lead to him getting stopped later on in the fight. I still think it affected him, which is why he started doing all that fouling and stuff, a lot of the holding, because I don't think he did that in the Keith Thurman fight.
No, I don't remember that. I would have to go back and watch it just to make sure we didn't miss anything. But it started a lot earlier than what I expected. I mean, the first point deduction was in what, the
third round, I think, third or fourth round.
It was very early, and not only that, I think Rios had the harder punches throughout the fight because you can really tell when he dug down, whether it was upstairs or downstairs. I mean, Chaves really felt it, and at times had to retreat or at least reset to try to box Rios.
Right, and we did talk about that in the preview video about their size, with Rios coming up from 135 and Chaves being a career welterweight, super welterweight in that area. He was probably going to be the bigger guy. Definitely wrong about that one.
Oh yeah.
Rios, I mean, he looks like he should probably still be at 135. He probably could make it if he, you know, had a little bit of discipline.
Or at least 140.
Yeah, at least 140. But yeah, he looked pretty. He was huge.
Yeah.
And then they didn't really come in that much bigger than each other come fight night. Both of them were about middleweights. But yeah, Rios did look a lot bigger than Chaves in that fight. But do we want to see it again? I don't know. Do you guys want to see it again? I really don't care.
If it's going to be the same thing, I preferably would not.
Yeah. So Bob Arum says, what's next for Rios, maybe Provodnikov? That would be a pretty damn good fight. Tim Bradley, I wouldn't do that if I was Rios. And it was somebody else, I can't remember. But he's got options. Chaves probably got some options from Top Rank. They'll probably match him up with somebody else in that weight class area.
Oh.
So we'll probably see him on TV again if he didn't completely get himself blackballed.
But I'm gonna be honest. I would like him to see him against that guy from Japan we just saw fight Guerrero. Was it Kamagai?
Oh, Kamagai. Oh yeah.
That would be awesome.
Any of those guys versus Kamagai would be awesome. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. If you liked it, make sure you click the like button. Share it with your friends. If you guys got anything you want to add, you can hit up the comment section below. Make sure you like our page on Facebook, Capital Combat. You can follow us on Google+, same name. If you have any questions, you can leave them on either of those sites, or you can hit our email at capitalcombat@gmail.com. We'll put you in the combat mailbag. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.
This is round one, and you've already lost. They don't seem to see that everything we've done is come at a cost. My fists are on fire. I perform till I perspire. My demons are in a rage. Keep thinking that it's a game. I kick rhyme, hurricane. I told them I don't play. I'm liquid.
Black Street Fighter.